Hello teacher, my name is Gerardo Zapata Diaz and I will talk about of what is world-class manufacturing.
Hello, my name is Katerine Lizbeth Ramirez Gonzales and it was my turn to talk about world-class manufacture techniques.
Hi, my name is Felipe Aguilar. I'm going to talk about which companies do apply to world-class manufacturing.
Hello, my name is Sanchez Bolaina from M3-6, and today I'll be talking about if the world-class manufacturer actually works.
World-class manufacturing, known by its acronym WCM, focuses on mixed management as opposed to separate group of managers structured both from the bottom up and from the top down, capable of providing the resources necessary for continuous improvement. To obtain world status, companies must achieve more productive relationships with their suppliers, buyers, producers, and customers through the adaptation of a new procedures and concepts. World-class manufacturing is based on excellence as a way of life, doing things right from the beginning to guarantee the minimization of losses in any type of industry. In general, we can say that a company can be considered world class if the GEE global equipment effectiveness of the equipment that represent the restrictions of its system or its bottleneck is greater than 85%.
World-class manufacture focuses on managers capable of providing the necessary resources for continuous improvement. To obtain world status, companies must achieve more productive relationships with their suppliers, buyers, producers, and customers through the adoption of the new procedures and concepts. Manufacturing excellence depends on 1. Get to know the customers, 2. Negotiate efficiently with suppliers, 3. Reduce errors in the production, 4. Know how the automatic process. Successful manufacturers have adopted just-in-time type production and proven more productive quality control strategies. Western companies have leveraged such strategies from Japanese companies, which apply manufacturing and managed concepts as well as operational techniques with somewhat different from those traditionally used in the West. Western companies that have adapted such techniques might keep turnaround and were soon able to reduce the turnover rate between companies, reduce delivery times, drive the volume of sales with half on the factory space, empty warehouses and take advantage of the tiny manufacture, automatic inventory control, dismantle conveyor belts and eliminate fault life, replace expensive and complicated computerized systems with manual charts and whiteboards, and operators able to interpret the data. Upgrading existing equipment to improve production capabilities, reduce the number of the inspectors, supplies and parts, eliminate entire managed teams. There are 7 cases that become if world-class manufacturer. 1 is reduce delivery times, 2 is accelerate the times to the market, 3 is streamline outsourcing process, 4 is reduce operating costs, 5 is extend customer inspections, 6 is manage the global companies, and 7 is improve into business performance. Choose a company aspire to be world-class manufacturers. Supplies are interested becomes world-class suppliers.
As we hear clearly by our partner, manufacturing requires an untreated material to be converted into items that benefit the consumer. Because the working field of this industry is very diverse and wide, there are many companies that operate under the world-class manufacturing principle or WCM for his acronym. The following are some examples of this enterprise according to the product they offer. In first place, we have Fox Tubes. These companies produce sausages, milk products, oil, flour, pasta, or any article used in the food industry. Some examples of this enterprise are Kellogg's, Danone, Heinz, Hershey's, Nestle, or Bimbo. Beverage products. Breweries or companies that produce juice and water. Corona, Coca-Cola Company, and Pepsi are examples of this. Pharmaceuticals. Companies engaged in the development of new drugs, which allow the alleviation of disease. Some examples of these are Bayer, Bristol Myers Squibb, etc. Textile products. Companies engaged in the manufacture of clothing, shoes, or even carpets. Some examples are Adidas, Nike, and Lacoste. Personal care products. Companies that, unlike pharmaceutical companies, are mainly dedicated to the creation of hygiene products like soaps or sponge, etc. Some examples of these companies are P&G, Unilever, Johnson and Johnson. Now we have the metal products. This type of companies create a heavy machines, cars, motorcycles, and work tools. And some examples of these are Caterpillar, Ford, Bosch, General Motors, etc. Technological products. These companies are focused on produce simple or complex computer systems such as microcontrollers, motherboard, sensors, electrodomestics, etc. Some companies more famous are Microsoft, Sony, Siemens, Intel, LG, etc. Now we're going to see the WCM from a historical point of view. WCM was developed by Fiat and partnering firms in 2005. Hajime Yamashima, professor of the Kyoto University in Japan, played a key role. Fiat is an enterprise of vehicles and motors. From the outset, all Fiat Group companies took part in the new journey towards operational excellence. Consequently, the WCM principle was launched in Fiat's automobile and powertrain divisions like Maserati, Lancia, Alfa Romeo, and so on.
Works. Well, the world-class manufacturing, also known by its acronym WCM, focuses on a mixed management as opposed to a separate group of managers structured both from the bottom up and from the top down, capable of providing the necessary resources for continuous improvement. It not only implies an improvement in the quality of the products, but it also completes a restructuring of the organization, of the relations between employees and managers, well, and also of the production processes. Well, to obtain world status, companies must achieve more productive relationships with their suppliers, buyers, producers, and customers through the adoption of the new procedures and concepts. Well, to change always presents certain difficulties. However, involving employees who work as dependents in the decision making and problem solving process could facilitate the panorama in this regard. Well, improving not only means modernizing equipment, but making the most of human resources. Manufacturing excellence depends on four things. The first is get to know the customer. The second thing is to negotiate efficiently with suppliers. The third is to reduce errors in production. And the last one is to know how to automate processes. Well, now, does it really work, the WCM? Well, the truth is that it has a very positive results. From the point of view of the Japanese WCM model, the employees' responsibilities are very different from what they had in the traditional manufacturing system. Previously, the important thing was to start the machinery. Now, the important thing is to know how to simplify the startup of it. And also, the job of the operator was to watch the machine work. Now, it is a well-timed routine in which the operator must think about the next improvement that should be implemented. And also, something else is that under the old system, the assembly line was made up of tasks so simple that any unskilled worker could do. Now, assembly line workers can take on a variety of tasks, collect information, and solve problems. Well, now talking about this, despite the good results that this conception of the operation of the manufacturing industry has had in the worldwide, especially in Japan, where the phenomenon has developed with greater vigor, its adoption has been rather scarce by the manufacturing world, and it is something that must be taken in account. And I hope that in the future, this type of manufacturing style will be used even more. Well, this type of manufacturing is used also with something called JIT, or also called like just in time. Its acronym is JIT. GIT, and it is to use all the time you have in your company in something efficient. Like the first thing in the morning we're going to do is this, and then we're going to do that and that. But they're trying to make the company efficient using two things: the OCM and the JIT, and it's something impressive to see. And well, if you use those two supports for your company, it will be 100% efficient, surely. And that's everything I have to say, and thank you for watching.